Homeless man got an awesome makeover for Father's Day, getting a life-changing makeover. Although some folks give homeless people food and money, living on the streets is brutal. Even the strongest-willed individuals can find their will tested as the years pass. And that's exactly how Larry Green felt, until someone offered him a chance to turn it all around. What you're about to see is the start of a shocking transformation. In fact, this is a full-on makeover that will truly restore your faith in humanity, like it did for this man. But would it change his life too? He certainly hoped so. The salon floor was littered with a bunch of overgrown hair, and if they could have talked, they would have told the sad story of the homeless Dallas man they were once attached to. 60-year-old Larry Green was given one of the best gifts any father could have gotten, and it was only a couple of days before Father's Day. But it was one of the most amazing things that had happened to him. Larry was hoping that this transformation would change his life and possibly open up a whole new world of opportunities that had been denied to him because of his situation and his disheveled appearance. Mrs. Hot Hands wanted to make Larry feel special again. In fact, she knew that he had 4 kids, 11 grandchildren, and 3 great-grandchildren. But she wasn't a miracle worker. There was only so much she could do for him. Life had been rough, and he definitely needed to catch a break. Thankfully, someone answered his pleas and sent a guardian angel in the form of Mrs. Hot Hands. We just want to make him feel good and show him, just because he's not financially stable right now, that he can still get appreciated, Mrs. Hot Hands told CBS DFW, and he got the message loud and clear. She realized that she couldn't solve all of Larry's problems overnight, but she felt that at the very least, he deserved to get treated to a makeover and to get off the streets, even if it was only for a weekend. Living on the streets is tough. Aside from the harsh weather conditions, the homeless often have to deal with mean people who forget that they're still human beings. Fortunately, Mrs. Hot Hands was there to remind Larry that he was just as human as she was. As difficult as life had been for him, Larry had been homeless for more than 20 years. So, he had undoubtedly given up hope until his savior stylist swooped in to save the day like a true superhero. Although the initial makeover started out as a simple haircut, it meant everything to Larry. "I know she's made me look like somebody. I don't feel as low. I don't feel like I'm nobody," he said. Larry had a lot of kids, but living on the streets had prevented him from seeing them. But now, thanks to his amazing makeover, he found a renewed sense of hope that he might see them again and reclaim his life. Mrs. Hot Hands didn't just stop with the hair on Larry's scalp. She also trimmed and shaped his overgrown beard, and when he saw himself, he explained, "It's a blessing. I can see the real me." Okay, back to Larry Green. Once Mrs. Hot Hands was finished cutting his hair and trimming his facial hair, she treated him to some new clothes, which he desperately needed. And judging from his face, he liked the new version of himself. The makeover and fancy duds also came with a stay at a hotel, which allowed Larry to sleep in a comfortable bed for the first time in a while. He also took advantage of a nice, hot shower. Although Larry's financial situation remains dire, Mrs. Hot Hands' gift allowed him to enjoy a hot meal in a cozy bed instead of asking for money on the lonely streets. Now, everyone's hoping this Father's Day gift opens up a new world for Larry that takes him off the streets. 2 days after giving Larry his gift, Mrs. Hot Hands did something even more special for him on June 15, 2019. She created a GoFundMe account to raise enough money to help this homeless dad in need. These days, anyone can open up an online fundraising campaign to get donations, but Mrs. Hot Hands had no ulterior motives. "Please know, all donations will be received and going directly to Mr. Larry," she wrote on the funding site. Although a makeover can be a powerful thing, money also speaks volumes. especially when you don't have a roof over your head or a paycheck every month. So, Mrs. Hot Hands set up a fundraising goal of $5,000 for Larry. So far, $1,870 has been raised by 103 donors. Mrs. Hot Hands has gotten plenty of praise in the comments section of the GoFundMe page. Erica Reed called her and her brother angels, while Instagram user @NicoleGoXS thinks she's an inspiration to all of us. Her Instagram page reads, "I slay hair for a living, and boy can she work miracles." Then again, she's not exactly new at this. The stylist has worked in the hair industry for more than 20 years, so she knows her stuff. In fact, she's done a bunch of makeovers that have truly changed her clients' lives. Unlike some salon owners, Mrs. Hot Hands isn't just in it for the money. She also asks people to donate to those in need. Like when she asked for help to give a homeless woman named Mimi a mani, a pedi, and a full makeover. With her followers' help, she was able to give Mimi what she so desperately needed. She thanked everyone who donated and shared photos of the lovely woman's amazing transformation. She's like a totally different person now. Mrs. Hot Hands is a serial do-gooder. With her impressive knowledge of hair, she managed to give one of her clients, who suffers from alopecia, one amazing protective style quick weave that restored her confidence and smile. Mrs. Hot Hands is a licensed hair specialist trained in the art of diverse natural hair care and styles, as well as hair extensions. And she uses her impressive styling skills to change the world, one makeover at a time. The world could definitely use more people like her. Before we see Larry's final transformation, let's meet some other homeless men who are given life-changing makeovers. Former Marine Donald Gould was in his 50s and had spent 7 years living on the streets. At first glance, all anyone saw was a man with weary eyes and a wild beard, but underneath was a talented, classically trained musician. Gould endured a lot of challenges in life, like the death of his beloved wife in 1998. After that, he lost custody of his son because he was deemed an unsuitable parent. Gould fell into despair and turned to controlled substances. Eventually, he wound up living on the street. The city of Sarasota, Florida, placed a bunch of pianos throughout the city, which made Gould truly happy. He went looking for the nearest piano, and it quickly drew attention to him. He left a cap on the lid of the piano and passersby started tipping him. A stranger recorded Gould playing piano and posted it on YouTube. That got the attention of news stations everywhere. Eventually, it led to job offers at piano bars and a GoFundMe account to raise money to help Gould out. Then, Inside Edition offered Gould a makeover. After getting a new wardrobe, Gould went to a barber for a clean shave and a haircut. He won a new lease on life and even got a job playing piano at a local restaurant. He also got the chance to reunite with his son Donnie, who had seen his story on TV. The father and son were back together after 15 years apart. Now Gould's life is better than ever. What do you think? Scroll down to comment below. Don't you forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.